You know, when I was in the ABS-CBN Foundation, I was always looking for money. And DNR, ang daming pera. No? They have so much money and so much power. Okay, but what I want to do, all this money and power is to no avail unless we have the right people and the right partners, like Brian. And then we have this Sultan here. We need really good people. And I can work together with you as well. All right. So these are one of the things which I want to do with DNR. I want to plant lots of bamboo. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? That house. June, did you see that? It's a bamboo house. Look. Did you see that? It's a bamboo house. You know, bamboo absorbs carbon. It cleans the air, cleans the water. It's so inexpensive. It's like grass. You cut it, it will grow again. Look at that house. It's from Indonesia. And spectacular bamboo houses. I'll show you pictures of it later. So I want to do a lot of that. And then we want to do a lot of mangroves. Did you know that, so it's being strategic with our NGP. Did you know that in Typhoon Yolanda, you know Yolanda Typhoon, right? Okay, that the islands that had mangroves suffered 80% less damage, as in 80. I talked to the governor, he said, Ma'am, we had very little deaths. Why? Because of the mangroves. So while God has put the country in a geohazard zone, He's also given us the means to protect ourselves, and then we destroy it. So we have put back the mangroves, put bamboo, and with the National Greening Program, because it's not enough to plant trees, you have to make sure it grows. So who's going to make sure it grows? So we want to put agroforestry in between, like cacao, rattan. There's 1 million hectares demand of cacao in the country, and we are the top producing cacao country in the world. So I want to make it so that our communities benefit. So in between you put rattan, cacao, agroforestry, things like that, and they can keep the money. I will get the products and sell it to you. because the problem with the poor is they don't have access to markets. So we will help them. And then they will keep the money on the condition that they take care of the trees. That's how we're going to do it. I want to show you. Then we want to create island models. I'm a firm believer in models. Why? Because when you do a model, what are you saying? Pwede pala. What are you saying? Kaya pala natin. So this is my passion, my conviction, my aspiration, my conviction that we can have a country without poverty. I have no doubt about it. We can have a country without poverty. I've done it in certain areas, and I will show it to you later on. So we've chosen 17 areas. Ernie, I haven't told this to you yet. No, 17 areas wherein we will have convergence of cabinet functions, where we will work with the scientists, and the goal in these 17 areas are 5 performance indicators. Number 1 is happiness. Have you heard of G&H? Do you know what GDP is? GDP is gross domestic product. It's money, okay? But we are not material beings. We're spiritual. Why will we take on a material goal? So Bhutan runs by G&H, gross national happiness. Guess what? They have so much money. They've taken on something spiritual, and they have so much money. They're not even 1 million people. They make $2 billion every year. They have 0 crime, 0 poverty, free health, free education, 70% forest cover, and their goal is happiness. Not bad, right? So I think that's what we should do in the Philippines. So to do that, we're doing this in these 17 areas. And so our performance indicators are happiness. Next is health, and not in that order, but happiness, health, environment, the economy, and peace and order. And Ernie, I even think drugs. I feel that if people are happy, maybe they won't do drugs, sana. If I do drugs, you're happy, no? Right? All right. So in these island models, like I'll give you an example of the island models we've chosen, like Palawan. which is the #1 island destination of the planet. Did you know that? Did you know that the densest forest in the planet is in Sibuyan, Romblon? Did you know that? You see, did you know that? Did you know that the center of marine biodiversity of the planet is in Batangas? Did you know that I talked to the head of Fairmont Hotel, the #2 hotel in Asia? And then he said, Gina, you know, when we have our training in China and Singapore, the passing rate is 5%. When we have the training in the Philippines, you know what the passing rate is? 90. Wow. We're so primed for tourism, man. Yeah, we're really, really, yeah, I feel that's where we should go, our 7,000 islands. Anyway, so we want to bring peace in Mindanao. So we've chosen 4 areas. One of them is Caraga. Another is Raja Buayan, where you know what the name of the mayor is? Ampatuan. But he's really nice. He's so good. And then I told him, Zam, let's make it here. No fighting here. So I went there. I talked to the head of the MNLF. Okay. And then I talked to the head of the military. And then I talked to Zam, who's Muslim. And then I said, why don't we have this place like zero fighting? And I talked to all of them, the 3. And they said, sige. And then we will invest there. Before it was ABS Foundation, but now we have money. So we're going to put government resources there as a model. And see, if there's no fighting, they can send their kids to school. They can put food on the table. We'll make the place really beautiful. So why will you fight, di ba? If you can have everything, which is better pa, then we'll say, look, they didn't fight. Look what happened. Why don't we all stop fighting na lang? So I feel we can do it, one, because the president is from Mindanao and he will put in resources there. Okay, so that's what we chose 4 areas in Mindanao as convergence areas. And this, in essence, is what we want to do in DNR. The center, ecology is not only land, air, water, it's land, air, water, and people. And at the end of the day, if we save land, air, water, and the people don't benefit, consider ourselves a failure. So it's the quality of life of the person. So we have that in the middle. And then here we have POs, people's organizations. Here we have universities. Here we have business. Here we have civil society. In between here we have the Filipinos of New York. I'm just joking. And then here we have the NCIP, the government agencies, and DNR is the lead agency. But the center is the Filipino. You like it? Okay, I want to show you something. This is the reason why I am convinced that our country can get out of poverty, because I have some experience in small areas. This is Ugong Rock. It's a really poor community, but living near an 18 million year rock formation. Okay, we put in only 250,000 pesos, about $5,000. 60% of the income goes to salaries and 40% is for savings. Okay, with that 60%, which is their salaries, they were already earning 9,000 to 18,000 every month and could send their kids to college on the second year. That's good, huh? And then with the 40%, okay, 98% of the community were women and only 2 graduated from college. With that 40%, they put up their own clinic, sari-sari store, visitor center, photography shop, restaurant, conference site, zip lines. My God! Juice stand. From 30 families, they became 275 and are nearing 300. The barangay captain of the area said, Ma'am, do you still speak Tagalog? Lahat ng tao dito, sa Tagabinet, may trabaho dahil sa Ugong Rock. Not bad at all, right? And so they've gone docks and agriculture, but look at the money. First year, actually, it's better in pesos. Yeah, you know. Okay, never mind. First year it was like 7,000 pesos, then 2,900. Okay, this is dollars. Next year, $13,000. Next year, 170,000. That's like 7 million pesos. Not bad, huh? Next year, $277,000. That's 12 million pesos, 19 million, 29. This is like, oops, about 29. They're hitting 30 million pesos a year. Not bad, huh? Really, really good. After 7 or 8 years. Okay, look at this. This is, we put in 250,000 pesos. They win gold, the best ecotourism site in all of Asia. The boatmen there are earning 10,000 pesos every week. That's rich. You know, 10,000 pesos every week, and they're only working 3 hours at night. They have 1,000,000 pesos in the bag. Okay, look at this. This is 1,200. This is, I put in 1.5 million pesos. We hit, and we gave free airtime. Are you watching PFC ba? I'm just teasing you. Okay, so we have 1,000 because we gave free media. And we didn't charge. You know, 1 minute of ABS is 750,000 pesos. But we didn't charge at all because the corporate leaning of ABS is poverty alleviation. Okay, so 1,286 visitors and 20,000, 25, 94, 184. It went down because they stepped on the corals. But look at the money. 142,000, 2 million, 2.5, 13, 25, 30. They're hitting 40 million now. Wow, right? And how did that happen? Through care of the environment. Our country is so beautiful, like breathtakingly beautiful. If we can take care of it in a way where the people benefit, we can get our people out of poverty. So I'm not in favor of Boracay. Why? Because if you go to Boracay, where are the people who live there? They're somewhere in the mountains. That's not the kind of tourism I'm advocating. The kind of tourism I'm advocating is the first entities who must benefit should be the communities living there. That's the good kind of tourism. You know, they should do the agriculture. Like in Palawan, in El Nido, the vegetables come from Iloilo. And then that's crazy, right? They should get the vegetables from there, from the farmers of Palawan. So that's another direction that DNR is taking. It's a convergence approach, which is the magic what happens when people work together in an area management format, which means you develop the area, you find out the potential of the area. And in that line, I'd like to introduce our USEC for area management. This is Jonas. You want to stand up? He doesn't look like this in the office. I saw him there today. I said, wow, parang okay yung coat mo. He looks really good, no?